We're here on the steps of the Church of St. Bartolomeo, and we're here with Father Colasanto, the pastor of the church. This is the church my father was baptized in, and we just heard the background of the church, that in approximately 1690, a major earthquake hit this area, and the church was almost completely destroyed, but it was rebuilt on the original foundations. And then in 1960, there was another earthquake, and on the inside of the church, you can see that there are just the bricks, all the plaster fell down, and they're raising the money to try to restore that. But this church is as old as at least the coming of the Albanians to the town over 500 years ago. And I guess if they could dig down, as they would in Jerusalem today, and I remember being in Jerusalem, seeing the streets where Christ walked was 70 feet below the streets today in Jerusalem. That's how many times the city or the city of Jerusalem has been rebuilt. I guess underneath they would find a great history here, because in talking to the mayor and the historian, we've now found out that this town originally started in the year 525 with Greek immigrants, and then the original Albanian immigrants came here in the middle of the 15th century, 1448 approximately. Wonderful story. But here we have Father Colasanto, and Father, in Palo Italiano, just tell us a little bit about the history of the church in his own words, a short summary, and about the significance of this town to the Albanian culture in Italy.
Un sommario sulla storia della Chiesa e poi che significato ha sulla nostra comunità.
La Chiesa attuale fu ricostruita dal 1686 al 1710, dopo che il terremoto l'ebbe distrutta, perché precedentemente c'era un'altra chiesa, in quanto che la comunità grecese albanese, secondo la mia opinione, che fino a questo momento non è stata contraddetta da nessuno, pare che si sia istanziata qui nel 1464, cioè quando ci fu la venuta di Skanderbeg, questo eroe albanese, ci fu questa venuta per combattere contro gli Angioini, aiutando gli aragonesi di Napoli.
Now just summarize a little bit what he said for the audience.
The church was rebuilt in approximately 14, quando fu 1710, and before there was another church here, and it goes back as far as 1461.
Time of Skanderbeg.
The time of Skanderbeg.
So I guess under these foundations are the
original foundations of the church.
E quindi logicamente la prima chiesa si sa dove che stava, però non ci sono più ricordi, cioè stavano in una zona che si chiamava Largo San Bartolomeo. Poi si è scelto questo luogo perché sembra che sia più solido come territorio. La chiesa è stata diciamo, realizzata col contributo del duca di Bovino, una cittadina qua vicino che era feudatario di questa zona, e con l'aiuto dei cittadini stessi, i quali con aiuti spontanei si interessavano a portare materiale, pietre eccetera, e questo comportò logicamente il fatto che per la costruzione ci sono voluti 20 anni. Dopo la costruzione il cardinale di Benevento, a cui appartiene questa parrocchia come diocesi, venne a consacrarla il 3 luglio del 1710. Noi abbiamo anche sul portale una data, 1668 mi pare, sarà qualche residuo della vecchia chiesa che poi hanno piazzato qui sul portale per ricordare la precedente chiesa evidentemente.
this church was rebuilt here with the help of the community of Greci and with the help of the Count of Bovino. It's a town near here. And we can see there's a date, and it's taken from the old church and placed there.
And that date is?
We can't see it. Che data è, Monsignore? 1600? Io non lo vedo. 1694.
1694. Okay.
And this is why it took so many years to rebuild it, because the community helped with the transporting of the material.
Seeds of Scandalberg in the older woman praying, but these are the flowers of those seeds. These young Albanian children from Greci, Drita, they all speak Albanian?
Yeah.
Flet,
One song.
Katuncha? Katuncha? Yeah. Okay. In a Katuncha, no songs, Wait ti mari, dite vishne mene?
Nella tua lingua.
Ti marinde da vishmene, so vete la merda ti mene.
Yes. They don't know any Albanian songs. So this young man speaks Albanian? Yeah. Come. Flette?
Su qualche parola.
Qualche parola, sì.
Yeah, come. From Greci?
Greci.
Yeah. He's already afraid to be interviewed. But we heard from all the senior citizens of Greci. Now we hear from one, and che chiama?
Antonio.
Antonio.
Antonio e poi il cognome?
Capeluzzi. Flet Katundisha.
Dice parli in
Albanese.
Yes.
Okay. So again, Drita, ask him to just say a few words, summarize about his family and about Greci in Katundisha. Just a statement in Albanian. No,
Sit
tonti,
Sono Antonio.
Okay.
Di come tuo padre come si chiama, tua madre?
Si chiama
In albanese.
Grazie.
Mingo.
Tati von Mingo, Mensi von
Marie.
And ask him what does he think of Greci, or if he could just give me a little story, some story in his own words in Albanian for history to record the Albanian language from someone born here in Greci today. Anything. Yeah.
Cappuccetto.
Yes.
School here in Albania? Did you go to school here?
Vetëm biskaktu.
Huaj. U vetëm i s'ka huaj.
Study Albanian language?
Ci studiò in italiano o studiò nella Katunca?
Studio italiano.
E dopo kur delen miju si fletën.
Katunca.
Ma të tatën ma të tim fletën?
Oj.
Kura la Katunca. E ma gjithë shokët si fletën? Latinca. E në ditë të më thuash me zdjela Katunca?
Mi fatterella così. Che è successo per esempio il giorno di San Bartolomeo?
Në Katunde bëhet festa të San Bartolomeut. Vanno a chiappare San Bartolomeo. Vanno a zone ka mund kavari. Shpone ka palku. E bitin funzionen e avrakin.
E ishte në period të San Bartolomeo.
E questo
Të thuash la Katunca?
beqen gjithë
Yeah. Right, let him. He's doing fine.
Ah sì.
gjithë soldat amor në shpun.
Beqin gjithatë që së
Beqen gjithë San Bartolomeu shkaqi.
Sa i desh mirë shumë Krishtin. Tjertë nga deshën mirë e vrakin dopo.
E i desh shumë mirë Krishtin, qertë nga deshën mirë e
E te
vrakin.
vrakin. A shkuquan të
who speak in Albanian. Well, we are here in front of the house that my father, Giuseppe DioGuardi, known to these people who were his friends. They went to school with him, Vittorio and Vincenzo. Vittorio Martino, Vincenzo Cano. And we just met today. This is a day that we're spending here in Greci, and they brought us to the house where my father was born. These people speak Albanian. This village has been here 500 years, and my father came to America in 1929 and was proud to tell me, as his oldest son, that he was Albanian and that I had Albanian blood. And here we just came from Albania to see the town that my father came from. So I just wanted to say, Unyam here in Greci. Katundi Greci. And yes, and I would like him to say, Ms. Lamo, Drita. And by the way, we found Drita, who speaks English because she spent many years in Australia, and she just came back. She just came back from Australia. Well, actually 20 years, I think you're here now. But she came back to live in Greci, and thank God we found her because she speaks English and she speaks Albanian. And maybe you'll be the facilitator for us. And I'd like him to know in Albanian how happy I am to be here to my father's town, and how happy I am to see these fine Albanian people here in Italy. And I'd like to hear more about the story of my father and how he knew him in Albanian. Maybe he could say a few words.
Ishtë kontent të ju djenja këtu dhe të I vetë biskov bashkë do di zëmë këtu këtë shomi sa do di me kundet të Katundit. I kontent sa I jemi këtu bashkë me këtë.
So,
No, këtë thuashin, la Katun që këtë thuash.
To repeat what he said before, he went to school with my father?
Në një thua I atysa që I thash në më para, se vetëm biskov më jatin, si jati gjithë.
U vetëm alla Katunqë. U vetëm mësëm më tatë. Dhe me mëson që në falnjam bashkë. Që mësëm me falnjamin. Erke se mu bashkë. Se mu bashkë. Rim se mu kakaj të kësaj, këtë rejalt, se mu bashkë. Proprio se mu bashkë.
And he went to school with my father, and
jam shumë mirë sa të njohë ti që I biri se paruqit, na I thomë se paru.
Okay. And does he remember my father's father, my grandfather Nicola?
Sì, kolla ma celebratit.
And what?
Ci siati se paruqit.
Yes, and what?
Angiolina Tozzi.
My grandmother. Gjaku shprishu. Gjaku shprishu. That is the saying of the Arbresh for lost blood. When my father would find an Albanian in America, he was so proud to be different than the other Italians that if he heard someone speaking the Albanian, he would run up right away and grab him or her and hug them and say, Jaku Shprishu, that they found themselves. You know, so it's a wonderful expression of love for the blood and the people. Here I am coming back to where he was born, and I am kissing these people because they went to school with my father, and this is my blood. And it's not my lost blood, although it is lost in the sense that I have not come here now for 16 years, and here I meet with the people that went to school with my father. In fact, Vittorio was born right next door in this house here, and my father was born here, and they were very good friends. It's a wonderful story, and we're going to tell more of the story as we go on. But just speaking about, and he mentioned my grandmother, Angelina Tozzi, and there's still a large Tozzi family in this town. And for those people in America who doubted my Albanian heritage, you're hearing it firsthand that here are two friends of my father speaking in the older Albanian, which is understood by Albanians like Muslim Kuka, who was born in Albania, came to America, but there are words that are from the older Albanian he doesn't understand, and sometimes the Albanians here slip in some Italian, so they have a combination. It's interesting. But I wanted to ask him also to talk a little bit about my grandfather and his family, what they did. Why were they called Mastri Brats? I understand they were carpenters in the town and they had a very big skill. See if he could say something about that.
Nësa po të flaç të fëmisë të Joshit, pse I thonë Mastri Brata, ata që beni ishin falegnami, ishin grandi falegnami.
Grandi falegnami, ishte soprannome.
It's
An honorable name they gave him?
Usta. That was the old saying for the carpenter. Usta.
Usta. And Mastri Brats was the...
I thonë librato. I thonë librat juaj, Nikolas, Joshit, jo. I thonë Mastri Brat, maestro.
Maestro. So he was a master carpenter.
Yes,
because my father said when he was young, he worked with my grandfather making furniture for the people in town. Yes.
Joshit, thonë Master Nicola.
My grandfather, Master Nicola.
Master Nicola, ecco.
Yes.
Master
Nicola Mastri Bratit.
Yes. Well.
Sana ish Luci Mastri Brat, ci si uai.
Isn't
Tre fratelli. Tre solo io.
Nicolia. Brati.
E Giuseppe.
Luci Mastri Brati, cos'è?
Chi? Simonco, ish cugino.
Cugino ish Simonco. Isn't tre fratelli.
Three brothers.
Nicolia.
Tre brothers.
Librati.
In tedesco brothers.
E Luci, Pasqua Luci.
There's another brother.
Luci Mastri Bratit, tre fratelli.
Okay, now, the father of my grandfather, Nicola, what was his name? My great-grandfather.
Bisnonno, si thonë. Jati Mas Nikolas, si thonë.
Non lo sappiamo, noi.
Giuseppe?
Sì.
Giuseppe.
Sabi Mastri Bratit.
Okay, so that confirms it because I was told that my great-grandfather built this house, or rebuilt it, and had on the wrought iron, because I have a picture when I came here in 1974, GD. I said, what's this GD? That's your great-grandfather who rebuilt the house, Giuseppe DioGuardi. Well, this is how there's such a beautiful connection between the culture of the Albanian people, of the many villages of the Arbresh here in Italy. Certainly this town, Kotundi, is the Albanian word for town or village, Kotundi Greci, the connection between the culture here and the culture in Albania, and the Albanians that we just visited in Macedonia and the ones that I've seen in Kosovo. And I hope that this is a story that we can tell in a clear and convincing way to the people of America that there is an Albanian diaspora that very few people understand. And maybe it's good that the story is told today as we witness the great oppression of the Albanian people in Kosovo and those who live near Bosnia, the Kosovo Albanians, the ones in Montenegro and Macedonia, because that same oppression existed 500 years ago. That's what led my father's people, my people, to leave Albania, to come to Italy for asylum 500 years ago, because it was the Ottoman Turks that were then imposing their chauvinism, their religion, on these Christian people who wanted to preserve their culture and their religion, and they found asylum in this beautiful country. Then it was called the Kingdom of Naples. Now it's called Italy. And this is a story that has to be told. And I think the significance of this is, as this town is now being more and more assimilated, so that the younger Albanians are leaving, we now see the culture being reestablished in a free and democratic Albania. We just returned from meetings with Dr. Berisha, the new democratic president of Albania, so that while for 500 years the Albanian nation has been dispersed, much like the Jewish nation. People now, like my friend Muslim Kuka, who was born in Albania, who fled the communists, made it in America as my father did. My father came in 1929 because the Depression didn't allow him to stay here. It was economic oppression that led him to America, but it was political oppression that led Muslim Kuka to America in the 60s, I guess. 1959.
May 28.
Now, after 32 years, he returned to see his people now that there's a democratic regime. I returned with him to see his people in Durrës, but now I brought him here to see my father's people, to show him how similar these people are, even though they are separated by the Adriatic Sea for 500 years. But I think the significance is that now people are going back to the motherland, Chypria, Albania. He is going back. He just built 3 houses for his family there. He doesn't want them to go to America. He wants the Albanian culture to survive now in Albania. I want to do the same, and I will keep returning to Albania. But I don't want my children and the American people, the people of the world, to forget that there are villages like this in Italy today that have kept faith with the Albanian people and the culture for 500 years, through the Turkish Ottoman oppression, to the Serbian oppression, the communist regimes of Belgrade and Tirana. After 500 years, this great nation of Albanian people is emerging again in Albania, and hopefully we can see this divided nation of 7 million people in the Balkans, in Preševa, Macedonia, Montenegro, Kosovo, Albania, once again become a great nation of people, and the people of Greci could then be proud to return to the country of Albania that they were forced to leave 500 years ago.
Antonio Foffa.
Foffa. Antonio Foffa. He was here when I brought my children to their their grandfather's homeland in 1987. When I was in Congress, on our way to Turkey, we stopped here first, and here is in the local newspaper a story about that trip, where we were greeted by the gentleman here and so many people in town, and you could see my son and my daughter and my wife, you know. So I didn't know that this story existed, but here it was written up in 1987. Prior to that, I came in 1974 with my father and my mother, and that was their first trip here, my father's first trip in 45 years since he left the Kotundi, Greci. Events of this wonderful day in Greci, and we're with the mayor of Greci right now, Matteo Martino, and we wanted to speak to the mayor to learn more about not only Greci today, but about the origins of the town. We'll be speaking to the town historian a little bit later on, but I thought it might be nice from one politician to another, a former congressman from the United States and the mayor, to understand more about what is going on today in Greci. And I will say in my father's language, Unyam hare shum te jemi in Greci, Këtundi Greci. And I hope to be back many more times. Now, Drita, maybe you should explain in English.
Spero të turnoj. Ishtë kontent se në katon dhe speran të turnoj në domani.
Urgja njihnia embriniot, kinja par in riviste italo-albanesi. Digna sa inja membro del Congresso americano. Digna sa kinja antenati katundi on. Jam kam shumë herë se tjeda per due motivi. Sa ti scura in America il nome di Greci, sa chi era membro del Congresso americano, che ha difeso i diritti degli emigrati e che ha lottato per le libertà sociali, Nachte Azume tramite i mass media. E quindi mi contenti perché gli ritach tu e quindi da che mi sono khere.
Parlamentari.
Se
Tante grazie.
Che ne ho sua amata di l'America ti chieva capace di emergere e quindi difendere le libertà sociali in un paese così ricco e così pieno di problemi. Speriamo che tu venga in Italia prossimamente, però adesso lo dico in italiano, ci avviserai di modo che noi ti possiamo accogliere ufficialmente come si conviene un membro del Congresso americano o un ex membro del Congresso americano, perché siamo convinti che i tuoi sono stati sacrifici enormi. Non è facile emergere in un paese che poi è la capitale del mondo, non è un paese, l'America non è un paese, è il mondo, quindi, yes. E quindi non è facile. Noi siamo veramente felici e contenti di avere un DioGuardi che proviene da questo paese, membro del Congresso americano e così vicino a noi, perché evidentemente se sei venuto in Italia è perché sentivi qualcosa della madrepatria, cioè hai nel sangue qualcosa che si agita e quindi il tuo problema era quello di conoscere queste realtà italiane e italo-albanesi, non solo penso italo-albanesi, perché il tuo è un giro evidentemente un poco particolare di conoscenza, di fotografia di una terra che è stata sempre anche martoriata, e quindi riferendoci all'Albania credo che sia stato il momento, diciamo, più grosso tra le tante tragedie che ci sono state, cioè la tua venuta in Italia evidentemente è legata anche a questa tragedia ultima albanese, penso io, no? Penso che hai avuto contatti, hai avuto contatti con l'Albania, con il governo albanese, penso che ti sei mosso in questa direzione per cercare di dare un contributo, la stessa venuta di un albanese che sta in America, perché noi in Italia sappiamo che gli albanesi che stanno in America hanno lavorato sodo per emergere, come tutti gli albanesi che vanno fuori, perché quelli che restano in loco non sono molto lavoratori, ma quelli che vanno all'estero si difendono e anzi emergono, cioè diventano qualcosa di straordinario.
Now, io capisco parole, but I would like him to say it in Albanian, Katundische, because the audience for this is going to be the Albanians in America. I understand what he said, but if he can summarize it now, and this shows the audience the versatility of the Albanians in Italy, that they speak Italian and they have never forgotten their cultural language, their language of origin, Albanian. And now I'm going to ask the mayor to just summarize briefly in Albanian, Katundische, what he just said. Trita?
Këtë bësh una sintesi jela këtë unë shata tesa që I thash në në italiano, pse këtë ata kur e transmetonjen këtë algonjen dhe ata që flasnin alla këtë unë. Shumë breve.
Yeah, shkurt.
Allora, ti ke gjerit në katund. Që van in America. Punuan in America.
The work.
Vjetë. Ti I biri htirujt edhe para pse lëgonja, pse një I biri albanizmit, pse kënja trut të rish ka një hora madha. L'America I shumë madha, ishte il mondo l'America. Significon se ti inja veramente I mirë. Gjerit që ti kinja këtu, të dhanë ndonjë gjë, që ti atje këtinja ndonjë gjë shumë I madh. E na jemi kundend se ti Chieva membro del Congresso americano.
Faleminderit shumë, tante grazie. Now, let me ask some questions in the camera for the interview. I am going to take the history of Greci, Historia, which is a incredible history that goes back even more than I thought, and it has to be translated for me to understand completely. But very few people understand the great history of this town, and very few people understand why today there are so many people speaking Albanian in Italy. And this is a story that I must tell not only to the Albanians in America from Kosovo and Montenegro and Albania and Macedonia and Preševa, but to Americans, because like the Jewish people, there's a diaspora of the Albanian people, and yet the case has not been made, the story has not been told, and that's what this is all about. See if you could summarize that, Rita, in...
Të shpjerë këta dokumentet della storia të Katundit, pse ki pënzoj sa lefshin nel 1461, invece si il giuotin cosa Katundi u le nel 535 e dopo pubblicò atje in inglese sa kështu sta albanista që janë të shprishura din sa in Italia ishte kjo storia të këtiru albanizmi që edhe in Italia të haqë vjet.
And it's especially important to tell this story now because of several reasons. The Albanians in Albania now have democracy, a democratic government that we haven't had in hundreds and hundreds of years. First it was the Ottoman Turks, and then the Serbs, then the communists. Now we have democracy. But we still have oppression of the Albanian people in Kosovo, in Montenegro, and even in some cases Macedonia. And we want to somehow tell the world about this population, this nation of Albanian people, because they don't understand who they are. It's important for their rights, important for their future.
important të dim se në Albania ishte un paese democratico që më parë në ngish, ti e di, insomma të thonë se questo popolo che deve tirare avanti, cioè hanno ancora shumë paesi që janë oppressi ancora in Albania.
But especially at a time with the oppression from the Serbs against the Albanians in Kosovo and the problems of Bosnia, there are so many Albanians now who are being oppressed and victimized, and the propaganda of the Serbs and the Greeks is that these are Muslims, and they're trying to make them into a negative image when people don't understand the culture of the Albanian people, so I'm trying to define that culture by showing the Albanian people around the world.
Vetë spjertë insomma të thotin se gli albanesi në ngisa janë se janë un popolo oppresso, pure in Bosnia I thonë se ishin musulmani, se kështu ose këtja invece.
Same with Kosovo.
Pure in Kosovo.
Che tu sei un albanese e un italiano. Che è quello che voglio dire io.
Tu je in albanese, sa ta këtë tu.
Na raq vjet prapa, kur Albania ishte komunist, mbajmë kontakt me ambashatën albanese in Roma. Dham sembu fjalë e kunzigj sa Albania këtë ka njoj. Padme këtu ka Horajon in Greci di ambasciatura albanese. Kje këtu një poet albanes, Martin Samaj.
Yes, professor, doctor professor.
Doctor
yes.
internazionale.
Linguista.
Linguista.
Yes.
Linguista. Që shkruajti shumë për libertat albanese. Shkruajti shumë. E na kem baçu atjet. Se vren storjen Greci, gjen Martin Samaj.
Uvdiq.
Di vjet prapa. Shkruaqi libertat albanese. Rriqi 41 anni jashtë Albanisë.
Monaco di Baviera.
Roma, Monaco di Baviera, Deutschland.
Yes, l'Engris.
Deutschland. Na kem baçu Albanisë, jemi baçu Albanisë, muarm Albanisë ka hora, indirme shumë. Atë që vjen në një, na avremi sollicitomi govern italiano për të bëjmë me shumë per Albanisë e per l'Albania.
So, just to pick up on that, because io kupton, you have now in Greci, several families from Tirana in Greci. And this is very... Six. Now, this is a complete surprise.
Italar Bresh, Sven e Vinjen, Albania. Attività commerciali.
So there's some economic. We see...
Tiru I gjedhme dhe një shtëpi, jo një shtëpi të madhe, një shtëpi normale.
Beautiful. Shokaim Muslim Kuka dal Albania. And shumë interessant that you have here Albanians from Tirana. This is very important because we wanted to show that Greci was still a connecting point today to the Albanian people, and we didn't know before we came here that there were 6 families, refugee families, from Tirana, from communist oppression, here in Greci. It's beautiful, and I commend the mayor for his humanitarian spirit. And it'll make the Albanians in America feel very good to hear that. And I know that my friend Muslim has tears in his eyes when he hears that, because he ran from communist oppression in 1959, and he's trying to help his family now in Albania not to come to America by helping them rebuild their homes and giving them jobs. And here you are trying to help the people of Albania too. Now you may want to repeat some of that in, yeah.
Pure shock është fundenza, ai kur iku in Albania nel 59 në një që ndiha në familjen atje, jo të vejnë në Amerikë, ma të rria atje të zome I kustruan në të shtëpi të rinj, të gjenjen lavarin e të rinë atje. Se janë shumë fundenza të gjenjën sa insomma na ka tundi ndiku kemi se familje albanese këtu.
It's beautiful, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we have to thank him on behalf of the Albanians all over for the work that Greci is doing to help in its own way, in its capacity, the people of Albania, which need a lot of help. We just came from there, and we know that they need jobs, they need investment, and we know the communists are still there. They're trying to see democracy go down, post, so that they can come up, so we have to work even harder. And we went to see the president of Albania and have him on tape to make his case to the people of the United States. So the mayor will be on the same tape as the president of Albania. Tell him that.
Sullo stesso filmato del presidente dell'Albania, se vanno in Albania per questo servizio, Jan Kundens, insomma, tanto da fare.
Che dire gli sbes? In këtë miren albanist të shpihen in Italia e in Amerika. Këtë miren albanist që ndihen in Albania. Governi occidentali che ti abbiano possibilità economiche se l'Albania che ti impara in Albania. Io in Italia, io in America, io in Germania, io in Inghilterra e io in Francia.
Yeah.
Janë vetëm 4 milioni di kështerë. Nuk janë shumë. Ma ca imbenjë të shumë gjindja, gjithë nacionët, Albania bu në vinë para mirë, in demokracia.
Yes.
Mos kush ish më para, shka ancora shumë puter, veta popa. E kështert vetën popa ndin diktaturës.
Yeah, I understand. Has he... No, I understand. Oh, yes, I understood. Is he, has he been to Albania?
Yes. Ti vajt in Albania?
Jo.
Vajt ti?
No.
No, io vado a Bartolini.
Noi am spesso in ambasciate, quindi kam shumë shok.
He hasn't been.
Shumë amici in Albania.
Well, I would like to invite him to join me and my friends from the United States to come to Albania, to meet with President Berisha, to make a stronger link. Wouldn't you? Would you believe that? Because I think once they hear him on TV Tirana speaking Albanian, see, this is something that the communists kept down. They did not want to see the Albanian culture and the dialogue and the connections up, because to them, the party, Apunis, was important, like Stalin. And we need to let the Albanian people see this wonderful mayor from Greci speaking Albanian, helping the Albanian people of Tirana, and we would like to invite him. We will raise the money. He will be our guest to come with us to Albania.
Ta se të mëtonjën të veç në Albania bashkë me ata të flaqë kol presidentin në futuro, pagonjën gjithse ata, të veç të flaqë e la këtu në shatje, sa këtë të djegjën.
He will do that. Now, what we would want from him, not that it is this for that, but we would be honored if he would invite me, Muslim Kuka, and the American Albanians who are leaders from the Albanian world to come here in August to be part of the festivities, so that we are invited officially here, so I can advertise that we were invited officially by the mayor of Greci. We will spend what we have to get here. That will be our contribution, but we want to be sure that we are made an official part of the festivities for St. Bartolomeo, next August.
Ta se duan un invito ufficiale, se do viene che San Bartolomeo must viene, se do bien dite queste persone, insomma, anche albanesi, queste persone importanti, però vogliono un invito ufficiale. Attaccia per il viaggio di sé, però duan, insomma, per iscritto un invito ufficiale, anche se ben signor DioGuardi e
Muslim Kuka and others, and some symposium.
Şenerse işte ben. İşte dimi kuini gitse behatsut.
Yes, shumë importante, shumë marrëndësi that we do this, because I want to have a seminar, symposium of the leaders from the Albanian world and the mayor and Papas Bellucci from Cosenza, to talk about how we can work together, Bashk, to help the Albanians in Kosovo, in Albania, in Montenegro, and because we have the ability, but we need to be organized.
Ti kupton mirë, ja?
I kupton mirë, po.
Gjithë të që thomi, nga tjetë propagandë e faramonët. Shkruhet gjegjet ka televiziune e faramonët. Këtë një zbesh veta para, in evolucione. Dhe mos mbetet e një zbes pa rezultat. Kuptove ti?
Po,
Yes.
kuptova.
Se shumë vinjen, bënjen intervist,
Edhe
bënjen e publicità për ata stesë, e pësana në del masgji.
po.
Chi ci vuole in Italia, che ha antenati in Italia, chi è membro del Congresso americano, ulgojnë sa i diverso, e ndonjë gjë më shumë sa qertë këta bëjnë. Pse i shumë auto ka vendi qishtë.
So he's saying that, no, I understand. He's saying that Covendi, a parliament, he would like to have an assembly here.
No,
It must not stop as a publicity
No.
through the mass media, or
Yes.
it must go on. This
Yes.
is something that he wants to take
sure.
To the end.
You understand?
Yes.
You want to be
And-
sure for what we're talking today, not to
Continues.
not to leave a stay.
Right.
Many people come here and they say we do
We
this
do
and we
this
do that,
and I don't
and
do
after
it.
they left them on
Right.
the back. What
That
the
is
mayor
not my
wanna-
style.
What the mayor he want to continue that and to be strong for this
Right.
mayor what we talk today.
Are you going to help me do that?
I promise. Unë ta them ty që ne do vim prap këtu personally, there is a youth not only Hignine, Youthman to do him.
And he is very successful in America and has been one of my biggest supporters for the Albanian cause. So we will go back, and with this tape, we will make the case to other Albanians that this must be done as well.
Explain the mayor. I'd like you to explain that.
Il signore insomma sta bene, sta potendo, e dico signor DioGuardi per tutta questa cosa per andare dove pare e promette che ta shpimi para
I promise, unë ta them, unë ta fol ty që ne do ta bëjmë këtë deri në fund.
U jam e këtu, se behet shihet.
Shumë bukur.
He's here.
S'ka bëhet.
Okay.
If anything is to be done, it will be done.
Now, I have something that is practical to ask him. I wish I could come here today and buy my father's house, but someone, I think, bought it already, so I don't think it's for sale. Work together, Bash, to do what we can to keep the flame of our culture, our language, our blood alive. We want to be good citizens wherever we are. I want to be a good American. He wants to be a good Italian. We have to be good citizens of Macedonia, Albania. But we must preserve the culture of our forefathers. That is a right. That's a universal right. In America, if you raise the American flag, you can have any other flag you want. Italian, Irish, French. And we are proud to be American and proud to be Albanian. In the Balkans, if you raise the Albanian flag, they can put you in jail in Kosovo. This is the problem we have. So again, we have a wonderful example in Italy, like America, and we must publicize this. And that's one of the best reasons I can think of for coming here to hear what he had to say. And I now want to take this message back to America with me. But as he said, we're going to help. We have to find out what it's going to cost. The money may not be here in Greci, but we have to raise that money to see if we can help with Greci to promote this around the world. Wouldn't you say, Ms. See if you can summarize that.
Let me
Short, summarize.
I condensa, chiedi se in Italia il governo riceve questo fatto per le altre lingue. Mentre in Macedonia, in quei posti che hanno gli albanesi non possono farlo. Se in America, cioè in America spandere la bandiera americana da un lato, però dall'altro lato ti può qualsiasi altra bandiera. Invece lo tienen buttare. Quindi di condensa tu hai di da fare, tendirmi queste popolazioni che vi para insomma questo fatto e promettono di andare avanti in un domani.
Non esiste una cosa da dire a lui. Adesso Don Ban veramente invita l'albanese in Italia, diciamo, anche nel mondo. C'è bisogno che loro effettivamente si prendono gli scritti di Martin Samai. C'è un poeta e scrittore internazionale romano. Se prendono questo qui, la lingua albanese non muore mai. Se invece tralasciano questo scrittore e poeta, la lingua albanese muore. Questo veramente è un linguista e scrittore internazionale, cioè non ha confini e non ha limiti. Quindi bisogna leggere questo qui. Loro che stanno in America hanno anche potenzialità economiche forti e farebbero bene a pubblicare questi libri e queste poesie di questo grande scrittore e linguista che ha patito per 41 anni solo per scrivere.
Have him summarize that in Albanian, Katundisha. He just said it in Italian, I know. Martin Samai, because Shumaran si importante Martin Samai to even the Albanians in America, and they want to know more about what he did here. And I need to find the book he wrote on Greci. Does he have a copy of that book?
Librin që shkruat i mbi Katundin. Kemi? Ka Bartolini? E Bartolini sa sa këtë bi, dopo dio që këtë bi, però non gamba mendë.
Nici cam, diciamo, loro recapiti, io gli vergognuno, invece un pacco, gli vergogni sé.
The mayor will send you the book. He hasn't got it here,
Ma
but
io
he will.
gagnini?
No.
Martin Samai.
No. We heard, we know, but we don't have the book.
A njohnjen però nuk kanë librin.
A book is in Italian, in German?
Ishte in italiano, ishte në arbresisht.
Ishte Brescia in italiano, in due
It's
lingue.
Albanian and Italian. So
We
if you
should
want
get
to
that
know,
book to translate.
if you want to help to keep the Albanian language
A te ci
alive,
scrivi
you should
Samai?
Yes.
publicize
Ishte anche in giapponese, ishte in tante lingue.
It's not in America. It's not in the United States.
Well, the
No.
mayor has promised that he
Shumë
will
ci
send you the
scrivi,
book.
Please.
Internazionale.
Yes. Is there any possibility we can get it before we leave?
Po ta kenë më parë së të den?
Ci mi dici che veno, ma sta
Edhe
nel
në
campo
sonda.
sto.
Tomorrow morning?
So much faccia, da qui hanno,
Janarian, l'incontro.
capite?
Well, if he can do it, fine. If not, here's the card.
Otherwise, he will send it to you.
Good.
He has your address and he will send it.
It's important. And by the way, to show you the diaspora, Martin Samai comes from Montenegro. He's Albanian from Montenegro.
Ku vjen?
Da Scuteri, no, ishte albanese, Samai.
Well, Scuteri, yeah, but maybe. I heard from Montenegro, but maybe it's Scuteri. Yeah. Well,
Faramoscia.
okay. I think Bartolino?
Bartolomeo.
Bartolomeo
Zoccano.
Zoccano, yeah.
È il nipote di Nicky Zoccani, ci sta chiedendo le cose di San Bartolomeo, non è che
Yeah, Nicola Zoccano. Okay. He's the vice mayor of Greci, and he's the historian. Good. Well, would he mind speaking in Katundische?
Këtë faccia la Katundische.
Yeah. Well, the mayor gave us the history of Greci, and we will have this translated into English and Albanian. But as the historian, maybe he could summarize in Albanian the history of Greci and tell us what he thinks the significance of Greci is to the Albanian people. Because I understand this is one of the oldest Albanian villages in Italy.
Allora, fare un sommario della storia di Greci e che significato ha in questa cioè tu nella zona nella storia degli albanesi e alla Katundische però
u shkruajtja edhe të se që thaminara këtu u shkruajtja mesana e gje si për Katundit e bera una tesi di laurea sui catasti di Greci e Faeto, l'altro comune, altro paese, Tiatrachos, se ci flettan in provenzale, in lingua doc, una tesi di laurea all'Università di Napoli. Ritia ma scusi pure a macchina. Con vera delle ricerche storiche, intorno al 1700, gjithë familjet se kishin Kahorajon. Gjithë familjet se që mora pushka all'archivio parrocchiale, mi dico de prifti jon, zoti jon, te abbegna questa ricerca. Kjo ricerca in effetti ishte një të parit se që beqëm si për Katundit. Kisha bënë già prifti jon më para, dopo bërë u ricerca storica. Dimmi gjithë sa gli albanesi in effetti gjetën gjatë kohës të benur, sepse kjo kohë Greci ha krijuar nel 535 d.C. da Belisario e mandani i tridin se që vi con i greci della Grecia e mandano i triden ancora greci. Ciò corre che ti dopo a struggiure dai Saracint, no? Saracint ottomani nel 908 d.C. Nel 1039 venne in effetti rifatto un poco di questo paese, Tuxie Minanie, da Pandolfo, che era un duca di Benevento, principe di Benevento, e sono fatti per in India Cacciacor.
Romana Empire, Illyria.
Sì.
So that the names are very close. What you're telling me is that the names of Greci today, while they sound Italian, they are really Albanian names that were made to sound more Italian because of the use and the I guess the geography and the people here and the distance in time and in place. They became more comfortable with certain changes in the name, but that most of the people here have Albanian blood.
Yes.
This is not a question of them intermarrying a lot with the Italians and then taking Italian names.
No.
This is more a question of the older Albanian names
Being
becoming changed to sound Italian by changing some of the endings and the beginnings.
That's right.
So I would be interested in going back to research, especially from 1700, because it's less likely that the names changed dramatically then than today, especially with the television and the radio. So tell him that that's going to be one of my projects that I want him to help me on. I want a list. If he can send me, I'll give him my card. He has my card. The names that existed as far back so I can see what the names look like, because now I have the telephone directories from Skodra,